Hello and welcome to this exciting match today. We have a lovely clear sky here today and it should make for a perfect day out for the crowd. Tony Gregg has made the long climb up to the commentary box. You had a close look at the pitch earlier, Tony. How did it look?
Good morning, everyone. This pitch will provide an even pace and bounce with the ball coming on nicely to the bat, so the batsmen should enjoy themselves out there. The bowlers will have to make full use of the new ball if they're to keep the score down, with line and length being absolutely vital.
As usual, the toss is crucial, so let's get down there to see who calls correctly. Looks like they'll be coming out to bat then. It'll be interesting to see if that was the right decision as the game progresses. The ground's beginning to fill up as the players emerge from the pavilion.
New Zealand will have to bowl straight and keep it tight in the field if they're going to win this one.
Oh, great shot.
That's gone.
He really looks in good nick today.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
The crowd really enjoyed that.
Run!
Another run onto the scoreboard.
Waiting! No!
How important is it to have a decent spinner in the team, Tony?
Having a decent spinner in the team is vital. In fact, I'd go so far as to say that the ideal situation was to have two spinners in the side.
Again!
We've certainly seen recently the Australians play two leg spinners. But we all know as well that the impact of a top-class spinner, take Shane Warne, take Mathai Murali-Dhiran, those two bowlers have almost changed the course of spin bowling. They're both absolutely brilliant, and if you've got somebody at one end bowling really good spinners, you also give your fast bowlers a bit of a break. And if you've got two spinners in the side, and if they are different in so much as they spin the ball in opposite directions, that too can make it a lot more difficult. Spinners also lend themselves to the entertainment. They bowl their overs quicker. It's a lot of fun for me, so a decent spinner, absolutely essential.
Nothing scored there, and the end of the over.
Get him!
The ball just runs out into the covers.
Get back!
Let's look at that again. That's another single there. Great stroke
No!
play.
That's gone.
He really struck that beautifully.
Well, the bowler won't like that too much.
He hit that with great power.
Waiting. No!
No runs there.
Waiting. No! Waiting.
No runs off that delivery.
Run.
Top quality shot.
That's gone.
He looks in fine form.
Great shot. That'll give him some confidence.
He's certainly not hanging around. That really is an expensive over. The seamer to start a new over then.
Fielding restrictions are over. The captain now has a free hand to position the field as he desires.
Yes.
One more to the total.
Waiting. No! Yes.
Another single for the batsman. Oh, that's a cracking shot.
That's gone.
The ball almost seems to accelerate over this outfield.
He's only faced a few balls, yet he's right into it. He's on the attack.
He hit that uppishly, but it's raced away to the fence. What a beautiful stroke.
That's gone.
That was beautifully put away for 4.
That's cleared the infield. 4 runs. The crowd really enjoyed that one.
Yes.
This could be close.
Again. Get back.
They're in confident appeal. He's called for the third umpire. Let's have a look at that again.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
The third umpire's given him out.
That's just throwing away wickets. The captain will not be very pleased about that.
The new man in can't afford any lapses in concentration here. And the end of the over. Do you agree that a batsman's strengths can also be viewed as potential weaknesses, Tony?
Well, I'm not so sure about that. As far as I'm concerned, if you have a strength, that's an advantage. If every now and again that cover drive leads to an outside edge which ends up in the hands of slips, well, I mean, so be it. That may have happened anyhow. You could also argue that a batsman who's a good hooker or puller of the ball hits those wonderful sixes every now and again is going to get caught off a top edge. Well, you know, so be it. But he's going to miss out on a lot of boundaries had he given away that strength. So I think it's a very negative way of looking at things. After all, if it's a strength, it is a strength.
That's gone.
Well, what can I say? He looks in top form today.
That was superb placement. That was a confident shot.
Yes!
Just one there.
No ball. Catch!
He's having some problems with his run-up out there.
Waiting! No! Waiting!
That ball was really moving. That's a sensational shot.
That's gone.
For 4.
On a pitch like this, I feel for the bowlers. There really is no margin for error.
He's really punishing any stray deliveries today. Another over gone.
The captain shouldn't really use up all his best bowlers' overs at such an early stage of the innings.
Waiting! No! No! Yes! Again!
Well, he's really riding his luck out there today.
Get back!
Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? That's out!
I think he realised halfway down that he wasn't going to make it.
Let's look at that again. New batsman in, and absolute concentration required now.
Run!
The batsmen are coming back for a second. 2 more runs there.
Waiting! No!
Let's take a look at that from another angle.
No ball!
No ball.
Yes! Waiting! No!
No run there, they simply can't get it away.
Run!
Seven runs scored from the over. This will be the last of his allotted overs then.
Waiting! No!
Dot ball.
Waiting! No! Waiting! No! Waiting! No!
No run there.
Run!
Batsmen are looking for 2. Big appeal. The umpire's calling for a replay. Let's look at that again.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
There's the signal. He's safe.
Waiting! No!
How important is it for a team to have an all-rounder these days, Tony?
Well, I might be a little bit biased, but I think that all-rounders have always been a vital part of the makeup of any team. The more of them you can have, the more batting depth you have and the more bowling depth you have. And, of course, all-rounders tend to be quite talented in all departments, and therefore they're not going to let you down in the field. So I think that even more so these days, the one-day game, for example, requires more batsmen, because that allows the top-end batsmen to have a bit of a go. Even if you lose your wicket, there's going to be there's going to be someone down the order to help you out, especially if you've got a few all-rounders. The other thing is that it seems to me these days that the tail are taking things far more seriously. And so if you have some good middle-order players to bat with the tail, you're going to make a big difference to your totals in all the matches in which you play. So nothing's changed. In fact, it's probably even more important these days to have good all-rounders.
Yes!
The batsmen are coming back for a second.
How's that one?
Well, what's the umpire going to say about this one? That was really tight, so the umpire's calling for the TV replay. Let's have a look at that from another angle.
They're tough ones for the umpire. We get to see it in slow motion or with Hawkeye over and over, but in the middle, they only get one shot at it at full speed.
There's the signal. He's safe.
Run!
One more onto the team total.
Waiting!
Fine fielding.
Yes! Again!
The batsmen are coming back for two. Two more to the total. That's 5 off the over then. This will be the quick bowler's last over then. The batsmen are coming back for a second. That's 2 more.
Run!
Edged!
Waiting! No! Waiting! No!
The ball just runs out into the covers. He struck that really firmly.
Waiting! No!
No run there. Four runs from that over. This will be his last over.
Yes! Waiting! No!
Dropped. The fielding team may regret that.
He really made a mess of getting to that. He didn't actually get near it in the end.
Waiting! No!
Out! No, he's dropped it! They may yet have to pay for that.
How frustrating. And he's got no one to blame but himself.
Waiting!
Edge to slip. No runs there.
No ball.
He's having some problems with his run-up out there.
That's gone.
Well, he's playing to the crowd now. What would you describe as the high point in your career, Tony?
Well, the high point in my career was playing Test cricket. I think as a kid, if you go back all those years to when you were running around in the schoolyard or in the back garden playing cricket, if you had said at that stage to myself or to any youngster, you are one day going to play Test cricket, well, that would be the absolute ultimate. And to get your Test cap to be handed that test cap is something that they can never take away. And if you then go on and do well at that level, that's a bonus. But to play test cricket was the high point in my career.
Impressive strike rate in this knock. And the end of the over. The final over about to be bowled.
Waiting! No! Waiting! No! Yeah!
That's out. Yet again, the batsman fails to follow the ball, and he's out.
Well caught. He didn't really look like missing that one at all.
Let's take a look at that from another angle. The new man in can't afford any lapses in concentration here. Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed.
That's gone!
Ooh, he really laid into that one.
He watched that onto the bat perfectly. The crowd really enjoyed that one.
Waiting! No!
Nothing scored there. Very good timing.
No! That's gone!
I can just imagine what's going through the bowler's head right now, and he won't be a happy man. The crowd really enjoyed that. Bowled off stump. That was right out of the top drawer.
Well, that's poor batting. He lost his concentration and paid for it with his wicket.
Let's have a look at that again. That brings the innings to a close. He's getting a polite round of applause as he makes his way to the pavilion. It really is a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky.
The opening batsmen have a vital job. Their goal must be to see off the opening bowlers.
No!
Do you agree that
That's gone.
that's very fortunate and the bowler will be livid? The batsman will just be pleased to be off the mark. That was a very confident shot.
Run it!
Batsmen are looking for two.
Get back!
Well, that's a cracking shot. Beautifully timed.
That's gone.
A big slog. And 6.
That was a brutal shot.
He picked that up beautifully.
Waiting. Waiting. Waiting.
Fine fielding. No run there. "14 runs conceded in the over. Beautiful stroke.
That's gone.
4 more.
That was a fine shot for 4.
Splendid stroke.
Waiting.
Dot ball.
Waiting. Run it. Again.
The batsmen are coming back for a second. That's two more.
Waiting.
The required run rate has crept up to around 8 and over now. That's putting real pressure on the batsman.
Waiting.
9 overs left in the innings.
With the end of the fielding restrictions, the captain should really be changing his field around now.
No ball.
One more to sundries.
Again.
The batsmen are coming back for 2.
Get back.
He sent him back. What a mix. Oh dear, that's suicidal. What were they thinking?
You can't afford to hesitate. If it's a tight run, the slightest indecision can prove expensive.
And from another angle. So it's a left-right combination at the crease now.
Waiting.
No runs scored.
Waiting.
No.
There's been a move away from using specialist wicketkeepers, and more emphasis placed on selecting batsmen who can keep as well. Do you think it's just a phase, or is a specialist glove man? He's put it down! The fielding team may regret that.
He'll be so disappointed with that. He did the hard part in getting to the ball. That's a chance wasted.
Immaculate timing. That's gone way into the stand. 6 runs.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. Brilliant.
Well, he's playing to the crowd now. Oh, great shot.
That's gone.
He's taken the aerial route and been rewarded with 4. A beautifully timed shot for 4. That's a sensational shot.
That's gone.
Pure timing. Glorious shot.
Great shot. That'll give him some confidence.
He hit that with great power. A productive over for the batting side.
No! That's gone.
A big slog. And 6.
That was a brutal shot.
That was a confident shot. Great
Run
shot.
it. That's gone.
He's found the gap with that one.
He plays that shot really well and it brings him a lot of runs.
This over's proving to be quite expensive. He struck that really firmly. No run there.
Catch him! Yes! That's gone.
Through the gap, and that'll go for 4.
That was a fine shot for 4.
The crowd really enjoyed that. So the run rate stands at just over 5 and over.
Yes!
Another run onto the scoreboard.
Run.
Out! No, he's dropped it!
Get back.
The batsmen changed their mind. They may yet have to pay for that.
He didn't seem to know where he was going when he set off after the ball.
What would be your greatest all-time team, Tony?
Well, that's a very difficult one. My greatest all-time team, there are 2 players that I haven't seen play, and Len Hutton is an opening batsman. So Len Hutton and Barry Richards from South Africa, they'd be my openers. And then the other one, who obviously just stands as a colossus above everyone else, is Bradman. He'd be my number 3. Graham Pollock would be number 4, followed by Vivian Richards, and then Gary Sobers. He'd also form part of my bowling lineup because he's such a wonderful bowler. Number 7 would be Alan Knott. He's my wicketkeeper. Number 8, I'd go for Shane Warne as the first of 2 spinners. So Shane Warne and Muthaiya Murali-Dhiran would be my 2 spinners. And my 2 fast bowlers, Andy Roberts and Dennis Lilly.
Terrific shot.
Yes. That's gone.
He timed that to perfection.
Absolutely effortless. He hardly seemed to hit it.
He's certainly not hanging around.
At this stage of the match, on this wicket, the spinners should be doing most of the bowling.
Tremendous timing.
That's
Once it beats the
gone.
fielder on this outfield, it races away.
That was a cracking shot. He really got into position beautifully there.
The crowd really enjoyed that one.
No ball.
One more to sundries.
That's gone.
Splendid stroke.
Run it.
That's one more onto the score.
Yes.
Oh, great shot.
That's gone.
The captain won't be too pleased with his bowler there.
Beautiful placement. 4 all the way. He used the pace of the outfield perfectly. Thin edge. Straight at the fielder, and that's out.
Well caught. He didn't really look like missing that one at all.
Let's have a look at the action replay. Plenty of pressure on the new batsman then. What an over. Disastrous. This will be the last of his allotted overs then.
Run.
The batsmen are coming back for a second. 2 picked up there.
Yes. Yes.
That was
gone.
superb placement.
That wasn't too bad a ball, really. It was just a super shot.
The crowd really enjoyed that one. Oh, great shot.
That's gone.
That's out of the ground.
That was a brutal shot.
This over's proving to be quite expensive. That's it, it's all over. Congratulations to the winning team. They really took this one-day international by the scruff of the neck.